Hey guys, it's Ken. I just want to touch base with you for a minute. This is my grand total of second video that I've done. The first one was on Palmer's Bushwhacker. If you want to go see that, they'll tell you how to make a great bushwhacker. But today I want to talk to you a little bit about what to take on a cruise, hacks that you could take on a cruise. Now there's like a billion hacks videos out there about how to set your cabin up, what to take, make it a little easier for you in your cabin. But I want to do one just simply because I want to do one. It's not because I have any other knowledge or anything any better than anybody else. There's a lot more vloggers out there that are much better at this than I am. We're not super cruisers. We don't go every other month on a cruise or anything like that. But based on my experience over the last 9 cruises, I just want to let you know what we take and what we think is important to have when you go. If you don't like this, that's great too. Just give me a like or a thumbs up if you get a chance, and let me know what you think. But I want to get started. First of all, what you need to take with you to get on a cruise, first of all, is your passports. Don't forget your passports. A lot of people, they want to just go with their picture ID, government picture ID. But if you get in a situation where you're on a cruise and you get hurt or something happens and the cruise ship can't make it back to the port that you came into, or something happens and you have to go to the hospital and they have to get you back to the States, you're going to need your passport. You're going to need your passport. And if you don't have your passport, you're in trouble and it can cost you a ton of money. So make sure you have your passport. Picture ID is great to have. Take your passport. They do have the passport cards. You want to take those if you want to, but I prefer you have your regular passport with you. That's the only way to go to make sure you're safe and you're able to get back to the States or wherever. Second of all, you need to have your vaccination card. If you don't have your vaccination card, you're not going. It's that simple. Now, there are some people that are going that are unvaccinated. That's a very small amount there as far as getting on the ship, but and that's going to be increasing. But as it stands right now, take your vaccination card. Even if you go online, Royal Caribbean has where you can go online. They actually have a ship app. You can go on there, you can check in, get all this done. You can actually go ahead and take pictures and download your pictures of your vaccination card. But I take mine anyway, just in case. So if there is an issue, I've got them in hand. And as you can see, I put them in these little clear plastic sealable holders so that they stay dry in case you should be able to get in rain or something like that. You have a way of keeping them from getting damaged, bent, whatever. And I just take these and I just put them in my passport like this. Done. The next thing is your negative test result. That is still required on any cruise that's over 5 nights. If 5 nights under, you don't need to have your pre-cruise test, COVID test done. There are some exceptions. Different islands still require you to have a COVID test. So basically, if you're going 7 nights or further or more, you're going to have a COVID test. Now, there's a couple of COVID tests out there. There's your home remedy COVID test. You can get these are from the government, free, but they don't work as far as going on a cruise. You have to have an antigen test that's proctored. In other words, they watch you do your test online, and then they're the ones that certify that it's done correctly, and it is a negative result. Also, on the back, they will confirm that your COVID test is still up to date. In other words, it's not expired. Then they will send you a email telling you that it did come back negative. that's you got to have that in order to get on the ship. Hacks. Let's talk about the number one thing I think that is most important when you go on a cruise. You have very limited space in your stateroom unless you get a suite or owner's suite or something like that. And we don't. We mainly just get a balcony or a junior or something like that. But there is an over-the-door organizer like this. It comes over and it has pockets in it. This goes over the door, and pockets, you can put all your different toiletries and things in this, hang it over the door, and it gets all that stuff off of the shelf because you're in a very small area in the restroom. It's very, very small. The head is very, very small. So space is an ultimate. And you can put all your toiletries in there. Another thing is a backpack. A little backpack like this. This is great for taking when you get ready to go on a short excursion or something like that. This just comes right out of the packet like this. There's your backpack. Perfect. You can put towels in here, it expands way out. Put towels, whatever. Water bottles can go in the side right here. It's great, and it has a little bit of padding, not a lot, but a little bit of padding on the shoulders, so it doesn't hurt you if you have a ton of stuff to put in there. But this is very convenient. This is by Ozmaki, great, very durable, does the trick well. Magnets. On the cruise in your cabin, the walls are basically metal. So you want something to be able to put things up off the table, off your shelves, off your vanity, and you can use magnets to put things up on the wall to get it off there so you have more room. You can use small magnets. Here's these little hook magnets like this. That's good for lightweight stuff. If you have heavier stuff, have these larger ones. There's the smaller ones, there's the larger ones. These say they hold up to 100 pounds. I don't necessarily agree with that, but if you put it on the ceiling, up on the ceiling of your stateroom or cabin, they're really hard to get off. If you put it on the wall, it has a tendency to slide down, but not on these. You can put quite a bit of weight. You can probably put your backpack and hang it on the wall. Also, these little hooks, they unscrew. Okay, they're screwed on there really well. You can put these on the wall and then put your paper compass or something like that and stick that on the wall so it gets it off the shelf and you can see what you got going on there. And get that up off your shelf or your vanity or your desk, so you have that room for other things. While we're talking about magnets, there's these clips. You can also use these clips on the wall. These are heavy duty clips. They're by Force. They're called Force Magnet, F-O-R-C-E magnet. These are really strong, they're really heavy duty. You can put these up on your wall just like a clip and clip whatever you need, and they hold very, very well. So I recommend you get some of these clips as well as the magnets with a hook. What would you put on the magnet, the hook magnets? I would put hats, pocketbooks, anything like that to help get them off the floor or off their sofa or wherever in your stateroom, so it gives you more room to sit the other things down and keep your cabin as clean and neat as possible. The next thing is multi-outlet plug. Do not take a surge protector outlet because they will confiscate it and not let you get it. You have to have a non-surge protector. This is what I get. You can put 3 USBs in here, and this has 3 regular outlet places that you can put your regular cords on. We don't take a lot of electronics or anything like that. Basically, it's our cell phones. Speaking of cell phone, another thing that I highly recommend is that you take a battery backup power and keep it plugged in and powered. Put that in your backpack when you go ashore or whatever, so that you have extra power in case you need it. This one particular one has 2 outlets, so you can put 2 USB outlets in here at the same time and charge those phones. So whatever kind you want. This is one that was given to me by Shutterfly. It's really, really nice. It's really heavy duty, and it's lasted me for a number of years. So I would highly recommend you get that, just so you always have power on your cell phone. Luggage tags. Depending on the cruise line that you're going on, you need to get you some luggage tags like this. This is what they're actually for, to put your luggage tags on that they will send you, or you download to put on your luggage. You can just take these, when you download them and fold them, you can just bend them over the handle of your luggage and staple them, but that can get torn off pretty easy. These are heavy duty. They zip up at the top. They're locked in, so this is paper. The tag is actually just paper, so you want to try to keep it from getting wet, because it does rain. You never know when your luggage may be taken and at the port and put on the big carriers, and they push them out. It wasn't too long ago. A lot of the luggage fell off into the water right next to the ship, and they had to fish the luggage out. And just think, it's one thing to get your clothes wet, but you don't want to get your luggage tag wet, right? Anyway, this will keep that from happening. So get you some luggage tags. That's really important. Another thing that you need is, and this is just an option, we have used these a few times, but not much, is lanyards. So you can put your CPass card or whatever on your lanyard, so you just hold it up, whatever. That's one of those that's can use, not put it in your pocket. You know, it's easier. You won't lose it. You have a less possibility of losing it if you put it in on a lanyard. Beach towel bands. Beach towel bands. You think of beach towel band. You know, you get your towel that goes on your beach chair, and when you get those, a lot of times you just use the towel clips and put on, but those clips are pretty big. You know, they got the parrots and whatever. You just squeeze. You know, it's just a beach towel, but those are pretty big. With these just stretch over the lounge chair, and it keeps your towel from blowing off. It takes up a lot less room. Here's a total of 6. Technically, you only need 2 per couple, but I mean, if you want to put some on the bottom, but 2's plenty. So beach towel bands are great. Let's talk about your clothes. When you pack your clothes and you unpack them on board ship and you hang them up, chances are they're going to be a little wrinkled. Here's the best thing you can get, this Downy wrinkle release. It does an amazing job. We've used this a number of times. So I would highly recommend getting you some Downy wrinkle release. They have, most cruise lines they have the body wash, conditioner, and shampoo dispensers in your shower. But if you're like me, I don't know that I would want to use those. I'd rather use my own. So get you some flexible containers that are heavy duty. Don't get cheap ones. And even when you get the heavy duty ones like these that are like a rubbery, flexible product, When you travel, take them and put them inside a Ziploc bag and make sure it's zipped up really good and tight, so that if these should leak, they'll leak into the Ziploc bag and not into your carry-on or your luggage. So that's something I highly recommend. Ziploc bags. Speaking of Ziploc bags, travel bags, Ziploc bags, you can use just the hefty freezer bags are better than the regular storage bag, but these are travel bags. They're really heavy duty, and I think they would do a much better job than just the regular bags. But something at least that you can seal so that if it does leak, it doesn't get into your luggage. Medications. And speaking of the Ziploc bags, wet bathing suits, stuff like that, if you get the larger size, put those in there and it keeps it from, if you get into a situation where you have to change from wet clothes into dry, you have a place to put them so they don't get moisture and water all over everything else. Medications, make sure you have your medications and they're in your carry-on or bag. On embarkation day, you have your regular luggage that you're going to take, drop off, and they will take it and put it on the ship and bring it to your stateroom at some point in time during the afternoon or evening. But carry your medications on, carry all your important papers on, carry a bathing suit if you're wanting to lay in the sun a little bit when you first get on board, and an extra set of clothes to change into, because if your luggage doesn't make it to your stateroom or to your cabin, you're going to want something to change into. So take you an extra set of clothes and put on there. Your toiletries, put it on your carry-on. All that, have it with you. Don't put it in your regular baggage, your large baggage, your clothes bags. Besides your prescriptions and medication supplements that you take, get you some Imodium. Chances are you're going to eat differently on a cruise ship than you do at home. So be prepared. Get you some Imodium and be prepared for whatever might come your way. Another thing is Dramamine. Get you some Dramamine. I was in the Navy and I never had an issue, but you never know. Always be prepared, so get you some Dramamine. Let's see. Lens wipes, don't forget your lens wipes, things like that. Oh, and another thing, you're going to have a compass put on your bed at night in the evening. I think you have to ask for them now. But anyway, if you ask for them, this tells you what's going on the next day, where you're going to be, what's going on the ship, whether the activities are, when are the shows, all that, they're on here. Well, if you when you go through this, look at it, see what it has on here, and if you see something you want to do, highlight it. After you highlight it, open it up to whatever your daily activities are, and then take one of these clips, then hang that on the wall, and you'll see your daily activities for the next day right there that you're wanting to look at or go to. Tide to go. Stains, you never know. If you're like me, well, you're probably not like me, but if you're one who has a tendency to drop food on them, especially if you're dressed up and you're going to formal or evening and you have on a tie or a white shirt or something like that, and you're sitting there eating lasagna, and next thing you know, it's more on your shirt than it is in your mouth. These little Tide to go markers are great, just great. So get you one or two. We actually buy the packet and take it, if that tells you anything. Sanitizer, take hand sanitizer with you. Don't forget your hand sanitizer. Used to me, it wasn't a big deal. It's a big deal. So make sure you take plenty of hand sanitizers with you. That's really important. A lot of people may not agree or disagree with this, but whenever you go to the beach, you come back from the beach and you have that sand all over your feet. It's hard to get the sand off your feet, and you got your flip-flops and the sand is grinding on the bottom of your feet or in between your thongs or whatever of the shoe, and it's rubbing, it's getting irritated. Here's what you do. Get you some baby powder, put it in a sock, and put it into a Ziploc bag. When you get ready to leave the beach, take your baby powder, rub it on your feet, the sand will come right off. I know, crazy, isn't it? One of the last things, nightlight. Get your nightlight. On the your cabin, cruise cabin at night, when you get ready to go to bed, it's really, really dark. Now, a lot of people, this is what we used to do. We used to leave the door to the head, the bathroom open just a little bit, cracked with a light on, so we get a little bit of light. But I got a better idea. A nightlight. This is a motion sensor nightlight, and you can put it down close to the floor. It actually rotates. You can rotate it up, wherever. It's a little magnet kind of thing. And actually, when you get up at night and you have to make that trip, when you get down, put this close to the floor, headed shining away from the bed, and it will come on when you put your feet down and start to walk on the floor deck, on the deck, as you're going toward the restroom, the bathroom, and it'll come on. That way, it won't disturb the person you're there with or whoever, and wake up your wife, and Lord knows that's not a good thing. So, nightlight, very important. Probably one of the most important things I'm going to talk about is your bathroom, the head. Close quarters. And the head is even that much closer. So, I don't think there's a vent. That wouldn't be too good. So we get Poo-Pourri. Now this says bowl aroma, and it works pretty good. But I'm telling you, when you're cruising and you eat that food and you eat a lot of it, and you may have a drink here and a drink there, and that starts to mix together, it's signs for disaster. So here's extra strength, heavy duty Poo-Pourri. Might want to get some of this. You got to be prepared. That's all I got to say. You got to be prepared. I guess that's the main things. I did get these air tags. I don't know if you've heard about air tags. Apple has these air tags. They cost $29 a piece, or you can get I think 4 for $100, something like that. But I got these to put in each of our luggage that we leave at the port, and they put it on the cart, so I'll know when they drop them in the water as they're trying to put it on the ship where it's floating in the water. No, not really. But at least it tells me where our luggage is, and if it's like down the passageway from where our cabin is, I can just go get it and bring it and put it in the cabin. So that's a really good idea. Some people there are some people that like the air tags, some people that don't like the air tags. One thing I will tell you: do not buy the little clips like that. You can put them on your car keys or something like that, or to put on your luggage. They have these little things that you can attach and put on the handle of your luggage. Don't do that. The reason I say that is that that tells everybody you got an air tag. All they have to do is take that off. That's all they have to do, and you're done. You lose your luggage. If you take it and put it inside the luggage, close to the, don't put it in the middle of your luggage covered up with clothes, because that helps, that deters the sensor from being able to sense where this is. So keep it on the outside. The way this works is that as people walk by with their phones, it bounces off. It actually reads their phones and sends you a message as to where your luggage is or whatever. So we're gonna try it. I haven't tried it this first time, so we're gonna try it. If you're flying, get you a digital scale, luggage scale. You can get the handheld that kind of has the meter to go, but it's not very accurate. Get you a digital air scale, digital luggage scale, because you don't want to go over 50 pounds. They're going to charge you an arm and a leg. What we do is that we try to keep it under about 42, 43 pounds. And the reason being is that when we get ready to come back, we're going to be bringing more stuff back. Souvenirs to the kids, grandkids, us, 47 million t-shirts from all the ports. You know how that works. But anyway, get you a digital. One last thing I want to show you. We've never done this. This is the first time we've ever done this. Good thing, bad thing. Take it for whatever you want to. We've got one of these that has little magnets on the back to put on our cabin door. I'm gonna try it and see what happens. It'll probably get stolen the first night. I don't know why anybody wants to steal anything with our names on it, but these will probably end up down at the other end of the ship. Anyway, on somebody else's cabin door. Anyway, I got this. We're gonna try it and see. I think it's pretty cool. It has the name of the ship, the dates that we're cruising, and our name on there. So we'll give it a shot and see. Anyway, that's what I have. There are a lot more people out there that do vlogs that are much better at this than I am. Life Well Cruised with Elaine, she's great. Don's Family Vacations, Lalita Loco with Tony and Jenny. They're funny, just funny. You'll love it. Cruise Tips TV with Sherry, she's very, very good. Cruise Radio with Doug Parker. He's really good, but it's his vlogs are only like maybe 2-3 minutes long, but he gives you a blurb of what's going on, what their cruise line stocks are doing, and he's done, he's gone. Anyway, those are the top ones that I really enjoy watching. Anyway, that's all I've got to say, and I hope you guys enjoy your cruising that you're going on, and a lot of these things can be used for just regular travel. So I hope this helps. If not, I understand. I'm good with that. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching and spending this ridiculous amount of time. And y'all have a great day.